The virtual manufacturing, it's a domain that emphasizes the fact that the manufacturing engineering, their activities can be done when things are still virtual. So you don't need to have the physical stuff to start really planning how you're going to do things, right? With virtual manufacturing, people are now able to go from hundreds or thousands of prototypes into one or two, because you can have the same feeling for everything while it's still virtual. And today, PTC, we have some partners that help us to do that portion. Internally, we do it through our ClearView capabilities, where you can understand the sequence, if it makes sense. But sometimes you need to do more analysis, right? For example, when you come up with the way to put things, you may want to understand, can actually a human doing it? Can a human doing this during 8 hours? So those ergonomic analysis, we have a partner like ESI, ICIDO, or IPS, or think like, what is the time to do a particular task that you do? You also need to understand that, because most of the time, the process plan is a contract. The work instruction is a contract between the company and the worker. So if you don't understand how much time it's going to take you, then it may be an issue from a legal point of view. Or from a bidding, you need also, when you want to bid, you need to understand how it's going to cost you to do, and then you need to virtually really define all this information. Can you actually validate if your process plan is going to make sense to do it? Can you optimize this way? For example, a throughput analysis, when you do the NC, that's a virtual definition, and you look if the way you're going to fabricate a part is actually going to be correct or viable through a simulation. We do have the additive manufacturing today. You can actually see it. Windchill, where we comes in is we are extending the PLM. What we want to provide here to our customer, along with our partner for simulation, is that the data that is controlled, that is change managed, that is configured, is actually the one that is being validated. If you have a disconnected validation, you don't know if what you validate is the latest version, or you're doing against something that is actually not what the designer has done. We have simulation on the master data. So we go out from a data that is controlled, do your simulation, bring back the result, right? And then of course, if you have done a model and to do a particular simulation, when you are on top of Windchill, we will hand off those changes so that you don't redo the model. So you consume those models in your simulation tool, so that you end up always be on the top of what is the latest configuration, to make sure that what you have as an output is real.